Morning. This video we're gonna make buttermilk and heavy cream yogurt using reuteri and using our Ther-Biotic Complete, which has lots of good stuff in it. And there we go. A lot of these are actually very beneficial if your kiddo's got eczema. This has gotten rid of my youngest son's eczema, and I'm hoping it might do the trick with his older brother. So what are we going to do here? So what we're going to do is going to use that Dr. Davis method of cooking this stuff for 36 hours, and that is going to greatly increase the bacteria count from our original, I think this one is 37 billion CFUs. We're going to greatly increase that up to the trillions after cooking it for 36 hours. So let's get started. So we're going to put in a quarter of a teaspoon. Put in a heaping teaspoon of reuteri in that one. I'm going to put in a good old heaping teaspoon of the Ther-Biotoc in there. We're going to add some inulin this time. This is used to help increase the original bacteria. I've done different things where I've used sugar and other products, and this tends to work out fairly well. And let's do the same over here. I'm adding about a tablespoon's worth. And we're going to mix this up a little bit. Just let them start being friends. Same thing over here. All right. And let's cap this off. Move this out of the way. Same with this. Then with the inulin. That. Okay, so I forgot to show you what I'm actually going to be using for the buttermilk. This one's kind of neat. This has got actually a little bit added stuff in it. It does have some bacteria in it, so this should be an interesting mix. So I'm just curious to see how it's going to turn out. And then for heavy cream, we're just using our old standard heavy cream that I can find in the store. So I'm going to pour a little bit of that in. I'll give it a good mix. Just try to get the clumping done here. And since I'm using two different types of bacteria, I want two completely separate containers and utensils for the whole thing. If you use one, then of course you can just make sure it's clean so you don't get any contamination from one to the other. And if you don't want to, I'm right-handed, a little bit easier. Anyways, these are going to cook at the same time. These are going to cook at 99 degrees for 36 hours. So it is possible to mix all this together. However, I really like the benefit of reuteri. So I want to get the one full container of reuteri just to let it kind of have its way. And the same thing for the Ther-Biotic Complete. There's already 12. There are already 12 in there. And there's you already don't need to complicate things anymore by adding reuteri to it, because reuteri can be kind of a hog. All right, so I'm going to put the rest of the heavy cream in these two, trying to make them even best I can. Okay, there's that. Now I've already shaken this up, so I'm going to add our buttermilk in here. So this would probably make, looks like I'm not going to need the whole bottle there. The other bottle. Looks like we're going to get a good quart out of this whole thing. You know what I was thinking, what I was about to say is that this will probably make great cream cheese. When we get done with it, with the higher fat content, it does make for some very good cheese. Yeah, look at this, it's pretty thick. So now the only risk that we have right here is that due to the higher fat content of our mix, is that there is the possibility of it spoiling. Sometimes you've seen when there's very high fat content that it does have, apologize for that, the chance that it will spoil. But you know what? Let's try it and see what happens, because if it does work out, this is going to be some very creamy, thick yogurt. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm really excited to see how this is going to turn out. Okay, we're all done doing our mixing, so put our tops on. I would label these beforehand. I call this super yogurt just because it has 12 different types in it. Okay, so I got that one labeled. Now we're going to put this in our yogurt maker. I have a ultimate yogurt maker. You can use other appliances as whatever you have at home. You don't need an appliance for this stuff. Just something that can cook for 36 hours. Okay. So let's put the water in, and I advise you to put the water in a little bit over the line. That way you have a consistent temperature and cooking for the whole time, because the water is going to steam up, and so that water is going to drop down some. Put the top on, and we're going to set our temperature. I'm in Fahrenheit, so this is going to be 99. And if you're in Celsius land, that's going to be 37. I'm going to hit start. And I'm going to bump this up to 36 hours. There we go. I'm going to hit start again. And that's it. We will let this do its thing and come back in 36 hours, and hopefully everything is going to be just perfect. All right, see you then. Yogurt's done. Unplug it. This is reuteri. A lot of separation on that one. Let's check out super. A fair amount on that one too. All right, well, how's it look? Not bad. Definitely a lot of whey, but looks pretty good. All right, we'll stick this in the fridge and we'll test this out in the morning. Good morning. We're now going to take a look at our buttermilk yogurt making results. So this is our reuteri. and there's a lot of whey. But I mean, it's got some funk, you know. But it smells good. Oh man, that smells really good. I'm gonna give that a try. This little top, a little bit thick. Of course, this is higher fat, right? We have buttermilk. We had heavy cream. There's lots of good stuff in here. That's definitely thicker, for sure. That's interesting. These would make great cheese. That's what I'm thinking. I think that's what we're gonna do with this one. Okay, so this is our super. Came out a little bit more. Well, let's see. Whey on top. A lot of whey. So much more whey than normally see, but this is a different product, right? It did have some bacteria in it, so we weren't starting with just the product itself. So let's see how this tastes. That's good. Ooh, wow, that tastes good. So there's a lot of whey, but I'll tell you what we can do. We can create a better yogurt now with just a little bit of each, and then some more buttermilk and some more heavy cream, and create a more consistent yogurt from this. So what we're going to do is go right into our, going to make a second batch of this using similar ingredients, but we're not going to be putting in any inulin because this has already got trillion. So I don't ever, once I make the second batch, I don't do that. But I mean, it makes a good, if you like, this is like really kind of cheesy tasting. So if you like that, a real cheesy type of yogurt, I think you would like this. If you like more the creamy, milky kind of taste, then probably just go with your whole milk and heavy cream, or half and half. I might stick with that, but it's definitely this one's really good. I gotta say, this one tastes better than the reuteri. You know, reuteri has that sharp taste, so it's definitely loaded with the bacteria, so you're gonna get the health benefits. But this one does taste really good. I think this would make a great cream cheese too. So, well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a second batch to get some better consistency out of this, and then I'm going to take the remainder of this and make cream cheese with it. And I will be posting those up a little bit later today. All right, I hope y'all enjoyed it. You know, do you have any questions, or you have any comments? You have anything that it's on your mind? Just feel free to put that in the chat. I will respond pretty quickly. And wish y'all the best day.